Come on. You can do it, Google. You can do it, YouTube. You can do it, YouTube. Hey! It says I'm live and there's the light. Hello, Soulshine. My name is Michelle and I am inviting you to live on day with no makeup. It is what it is. I actually have been running errands all morning, and one of the errands I'm so excited about, I got some of the gifts that I'm going to be giving people who are coming to the retreat. I'm so excited. I love giving presents, and I am so excited to meet these wonderful, incredible women. Like, seriously, have the most incredible women coming to my retreat on Saturday. It's going to be so amazing. So excited. And this is what I'm going to talk to you about, okay? I believe that one of the most important things you can do waking up is recognize your own truth. And it's not just about recognizing your own truth, but other people's truths are not the same. And so one of them is my love language. I've talked about love languages before. My strongest, most deepest. I believe that we have all of the love languages, but they're just in different orders for different people. But that we all have all of them, and but there are certain ones, like for me, I love to receive gifts. I love to give gifts. Excited about my gifts for Saturday, because that's a huge part of me. And I was telling my friend, I'm like, I don't know what to give on Saturday. I have to give a gift. And I'm like, heck yeah, I have to give a gift. I asked my other friend, and she's like, you remember that gifts are my weaker language, right? And I'm like, it's okay, you can still give me ideas. So I have figured it out, and I'm super excited. Not everybody is going to feel the same, and that's a part of, in my opinion, a part of waking up is recognizing that, because and receiving gifts, and then like physical touch is really strong for me as well, just because those things are really important to me, and words are really also important, sensitive, criticism and things like that. So those three are really big for me. One of the challenges in my relationship with my mother is that her dominant love languages are quality time and service. Those are my weakest. Okay. So being aware of that, though, is what I'm talking about, is the part of being awake. This is how I perceive the world. And this is what causes me to feel love. And my mother sees the world completely differently. And her method to feel like she is loved is mine. Now, she does have a layer of gifts pretty close to her heart. So it's not like a horrible communication there. But there is some definite problems when we don't recognize other people receive love differently than us. And so that's what I'm talking about with being awake, is we recognize what's ours, and we recognize that other people are different. And so putting love languages aside, let's talk about human needs. Now, the human need, every human has needs, is nothing new. I've studied to a small degree Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So I'm aware of that, and I've been aware that different personalities have different driving forces. Some people really about love, some people it's about freedom, and there's different things like that. Okay, so one person that I followed a little bit, she 25 different body types, and she has different motivators for each one of them. So some of them it's unity, some of them, so there's different things. Tony Robbins has put out this concept of needs, and if I can remember them, One is certainty. This is all brand new to me, these human needs. Not the idea of human, just particular grouping of them. I just found out about them. First I heard about them last Wednesday. Looking at a week now, right? So the first one is certainty. And everybody needs a degree of certainty, but there are people who are going to be really driven by that need for having things certain. And then the one following that is uncertainty or variety, that everybody needs a level of variety. And there are some people like my daughter who just thrive on variety. That's really important to them. It's a really important need. Doesn't have it, she doesn't feel like herself. Let's see. So certainty, variety, knowing or believing that you're making a difference for people and that you're a significant person. I actually know a lot of people, that's their driving need. And then comes mine, which is like connection and belonging. It's a very heart-centered thing, and that is my thing. Like, I have to feel like I belong, and I have to feel like I have to have that belonging. Okay, so then the next one is, I also have learned something else that I'm going to talk about right after this. And so it's harder for me to remember these because I've been with that. And this one, the next two combine in that other system. I don't remember. Look up Tony Robbins' needs. Okay, so I will talk about them from a different perspective. And I'm going to, on the replay, I'm going to link the from Chakra. Oh, shoot. Now what's her name? I've talked about her before. What's her name? Vicky, Vicky. I don't remember last time. It starts with an H and it's like Howie, Howell, something. Okay, so she actually took the 6 human needs and put them on the chakra system. And so this is what I wanted to talk and why I kind of get it confused. Okay, so the root chakra very easily associates with the need for certain. There's just something about that safety, security, and set direction and structure that is there. And then the variety actually goes with the sacral chakra, and so that's, which is a very feminine and creative and random energy, is very much with this variety. And then the one for significance, that is with the solar plexus, which they need to have some significance in their lives, a bit of an authority figure kind of thing going on. And then the heart-centered people are those connection and love peoples. And then, which is why I cannot remember them, is she puts these two together. Whatever they were kind of go together to create what she calls purpose, which is a very throat-centered thing. This is a very secondary kind of a thing for me. And it's really bugged me until I remember what those other two are. So your purpose is having to be able to make a difference in people's lives, having your message, that kind of thing. That's also a part of the throat chakra. And she adds 2 more human needs. So she combined 2 of Tony Robbins into the throat chakra. And then she brings in that intuition. So connecting to the divine inside of you, connecting to your inner voice, your inner knowing part of you, which is also a really strong one for me. If I don't have that, and if I don't feel like I have purpose and I don't feel like I belong, because those are my 3 most important needs. I can survive in everything's always the same kind of thing if I can survive with variety and things going crazy if I have those 3 things. So it's really interesting how that works. And then the chakra is that connection with the divine. Everybody needs a connection with the divine. Everybody needs a connection with your intuition. Everybody needs a connection with your connection with love and belonging. Everybody needs to feel significant. Everybody needs to feel unity in their life, and everybody needs to feel like there's certainty and some sense of sureness and safety and that kind of thing in their lives. So all 7 of these. But here's why I put this on Wake Up Wednesday. When I recognize that my heart center is my most dominant way of being, and that I really thrive on belonging, I have come from that. So the first one is, like I talked about with love languages. I had a situation where I watched my daughter and my son with my grandbaby. The way they interacted with her and the things that they did with her, it kind of triggered because I had a need as a connector, as a nurturing kind of a person. I had some things that I saw that baby needed. And if it was my baby, I would have taken care of those before. Because I recognized that that's my way and that not everybody is like me, recognize that they were taking care of their needs and that they weren't neglecting the baby. They just weren't doing things in the order I felt needed. They love Edelweiss incredibly. They are really good parents. Their approach is different than mine, and that's okay. She came to them for a reason. They're her parents for a reason. My children are mine for a reason. Our styles being different is okay. So that's the number one thing for me that I came away with, is recognizing, okay, so this is where somebody else is coming from. I'm pretty sure one of the problems that my mom and I have with each other is that for me, being a family being the most important and the emotional health of my family being really important, that is my number one thing that I with my family. And sometimes taking care of some of the other needs, like physical needs, like making sure there's a roof over their head, of it, and I trust that it's there, but it's not always my driving force. But for my mom, that's a driving force. And she is choosing to be where she's at. She's not recognizing that I'm coming from a different place. And so she is putting that judgment on me because I'm not doing it her way. And I promise I do that too. We all, to some degree or another, either are judging that they're doing things wrong because they're not doing it our ways, or we're judging ourselves because we're not doing it the way somebody said was the right way to do it. So those things that comes with waking up is becoming aware that this is my motivation. This is who I am. This is who they are. And so we can look at them and love them where they are and for who they are, not for who I am. I can recognize they are doing what is right for them, not what is right for me. So that's one aspect of waking up, learning about your one of your human needs, your dominant human needs. Probably, I would say your top 3 are the most important, but you've got to take care of all 7 of them. Attention. I'll go back through and find where I did that, and I'll put her card with the link at the end in one of the little block thingies after this processes and it's ready to do that with. And so if you see one of the corners, I can't remember which corner it is, there will be a little like circle point. If you click on that, it will bring up the card too. So, okay. So what was I going to say that I have learned from this? Manifesting, creating what we want. My human need affects that so much. Like, I had the most hugest ahas. That was such great grammar, wasn't it? I had these incredible, I want to say most hugest again, because wow. What happened in that belonging is so important to me. I recognized one of the reasons why I cannot seem to shift the money stuff for me is because it always comes back to this link of, I don't want to abandon certain people. If I make it financially, then I'll leave these people behind. And I can't do that because I belong with them. Or if I make certain, maybe I'll want to bring them behind, but maybe they won't vibrate with me and so they can't come with me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave them behind. The other is a step out into this. I might get kicked out of that group. See, belonging is huge for me. It has always been huge for me. And I've been aware that abandonment issues and being cast out and rejected, I mean, that's all, every time I come around, some form of that shows up. And I know I'm not alone in that. I know that that plays out for a lot of people. So empaths and intuitives seem to have at least some degree of this play out a lot. But just recognizing need, there was something about the way it was put in for me that allowed me to wake up and realize this is why it's not happening. So to go through my manifestos that I listen to and the things that I declare. And when I visualizations, anything that has to do with manifesting, I get to make sure that I address that human need. In fact, if I could address all 7 human needs, holy cow, that would be awesome. But most especially, I need connection, that belonging, that love. And then because purpose and intuitive inner knowing is 2 other really strong, I need to also address those. If I can bring in connection to God, significance, variety as well, I could bring in all 7 of those concepts into my manifesting, into my dreams, into the things that I want to create into my life. If I can bring that in and feel it and know it and believe that I already have all of those, bam, I've got what I want. I'm so excited. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm sitting here looking at me going, oh my gosh, I'm just here today. Thanks for watching. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to go through and rewrite all my manifesting things in these. And that's what I love about waking up, is that I don't have to beat myself up for not knowing it. I just get to change what's happening right now and rewrite my story. And now I'm rewriting my story to know that I belong, and that when things, just like when I think about it, when I go to the mentor associations, there's some awesome people there, but there's a part of me that feels like I don't belong there. And so it's a problem for me. And I recognize that sense of belonging is a really big deal for me. So that's what yay! What about you? What do you think maybe your human need is? If you don't recognize it just by hearing them, Tony Robbins has a quiz. So if you look, Tony Robbins 6 human needs, there'll be a quiz. You can probably purchase it as well. You can find that. And like I said, I'm going to link Vicky's so that you can hear about the other 2. nice if those are needs for you. I don't there's a few people those are dominant needs, but I think for the most part those are secondary needs for most people. But I think it depends on what your dominant chakra is. So if you happen to have a third eye chakra as your dominant chakra, you're going to have that intuitive part of you be your most dominant thing. And it's rare to have somebody who's a crown chakra dominant. You're probably already taking care of that need, but it's an important need for you to address. So just some thoughts. Thanks for sticking with a little bit long. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, light, and beautiful, and be the incredible, unique you that you were created to be. And remember, driving force is one thing, does not mean everybody has the same driving force. I'll see you guys tomorrow.